Hey, welcome back to my channel. Today we've got something very exciting. I've been wanting to react to Sleep Token new album since a long time, but we were doing another reactions, so I couldn't really get into it. However, since the initial songs from this album came out, they've been on my playlist, so I am super excited to dive into the first song of this album. The name of the song is Look to Windward. So I just want to know, the album, obviously it's got a theme going on here. We've got Vessel sort of fighting with his own emotions and identity and all of that. That's what it felt like in other songs as well, and possibly even heartbreak, right? So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. Okay, let's hear it. Got the barren palace with the flag. The colors are just so beautiful. It's all grey, but we've got these flowers in there. Pops. It's burning.
Just as my form starts to fashion, losing this war of attrition, just as I drift away, will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? In me.
Okay, I love that the very first song starts with "Will you listen?" You know what? I will listen myself. Tell me, what's up? Because you've been very sad these days. But anyway, he then goes into, this war of attrition starting within me, this sort of conflict, emotional void lingering in the background with this music and emptiness of the scenery. It's just beautiful. And then he comes up with saying, will you hold this eclipse in me? And he says it again and again, as if he's trying to look for an answer, but either nobody's hearing him, or he's just not getting an answer out of anybody, or the answers he's getting just not making sense. It's just that repetitiveness makes you feel like, he's slowly going deeper into this emotional, craziness that he's dealing with.
With the shadows longer to me than a light, yeah. Moving so slow I could die, yeah. Say you can let me say, yeah. Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Okay, there is so much to unpack. I have to pause again and again, okay? I apologize already. But he says, with this, he says, there is so many things that are going on around me, but at the same time it feels like everything is just still, right? And he says that the stillness of it makes it feel like it's going on forever. It's longer than a light year for him. It's just so slow, and that's what emotional stress does to you. And then again he says, will you let me say? I mean, the fact that he emphasizes on the me at the end, it's sort of him almost trying to dislocate from himself, right? It's like he stretches it so much, it's sort of him trying to pull away from that concept of me itself. That's what it feels like to me.
Will you hold this eclipse in me? Will you hold this eclipse in me?
Beautiful. Oh, we're progressing. Whoa. That. We know a drop is coming, okay? Before we get into that, the fact that we had this instrument without any words after he said, you know, can you hold this eclipse for me at the very beginning, it's just is so impactful, because it's him sort of saying, I'm losing control, there's nothing I can say, there's nothing I can do. And his voice in the background, and then when he came back saying, I've just woke up, you know, after this eclipse that happened, and I'm feeling the same, these emotions are just not going away. And then we've got echoing in the background, it's sort of like the voices in his head and everything just keep growing as he, you know, thinks about them and tells us about them.
Will you hold this eclipse in?
Whoa. What I love about Sleep Token is that they can make you feel so many things. He didn't have a word in the air on that instrumental. However, the progression, the drumming, everything, it made me feel like I was in like a barren place fighting for my life, just trying to, you know, survive. And that's exactly what he's trying to portray. It just comes so beautifully with that instrumental piece that they had over there, and his voice. Still, we've got that echoing in the background.
I've got eyelids heavy enough to break diamonds. You brave for sound, I'm not brave for silence. Damn right fate, this I can't deny. You'll find me with half a mind to get violent.
Whoa.
So give me the edge of a blade and a time and a place, and I'll leave them cold and pushing up borders. Walking with God, so nearly stumbling forth, until there's fire at the gates, until I fall to the floor. You know I live by the feather and die by the sword, and I will sunder the earth only to burn the reward.
Whoa. hold on. We need to go back a little bit. So before this, he said, my eyelids are heavy and they can, cut diamonds. The emphasis on the tiredness, the pain of everything that he's been dealing with, it's so sharp at this point that he thinks that even something as hard as diamond can cut it clean, just because it's possibly been piling up for so long. I am the demon inside, I'm the angel. He's got this inner conflict of identity, the struggle between external and internal. Come on. Whoa. Even I've forgotten. Oh, his voice is so beautiful. Oh, so it's going a little bit deeper than his inner self. He's now talking about people around me, and he says, I used to know myself and you used to know me. What's happening now? I've become somebody else with all this conflict going inside me, so much so that people who used to recognize me don't recognize me anymore. And his voice was so beautiful. Whoa! Oh, that drum was crazy, man. And I love the fact that he says, I want to be alone from myself. I'm tired of these emotions and stuff. I just want to, just leave them be. I just want to walk away from them. And he says, I know you're trying to help me, but I'm just too far gone. And that drum. This is crazy. What? How can you feel so many things with just music? first I thought that it's gonna end with "Can you hold this eclipse in me?" because it was, you know, sort of emphasizing on the fact that he's still there, he's still in the verge of losing himself, and he's trying to look for somebody, something, maybe even himself, to just get out of there, but he cannot. But then I love that we didn't end there, because then we actually got this emphasis on the actual eclipse inside him with the ending, which was crazy, and the drumming at the end was, it was amazing. This is the perfect start to the album. Now it makes sense, the kind of concepts and everything that's been going on throughout the album with the songs that I've listened to so far. This is amazing. How can they all the time bring us masterpieces? I'm just surprised at the versatility that they have. Wessel's voice, the drummer, everything is just, it's just a masterpiece. You can't argue with that, okay? Alright, anyway, I need a breather after this, because it made me feel so many emotions. But hey, if you like my reaction, make sure you like and subscribe so we can watch more things together, okay? See you next time.